What's going on, everyone? It's Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. In this show, we're doing a tournament preview for the 2021 Genesis Invitational. This is a new show we're unveiling for this tournament. It's a quick hitter show. We're going to give you the important information for the upcoming tournament. So, Craig, let's jump right into it. No time to waste. We have a stacked field.
Just real quick, do us a favor, like and subscribe, share this with anyone you think might be interested in the golf tournament next week. And also check out, we're doing our regular DFS shows this week, and we're going live on Wednesday night. So as always, check all those ones out.
Absolutely. Looking ahead at the Genesis, we have 7 of the top 10 in the world coming to Riviera. Tiger Woods will play tournament host. He will not be playing, but he will be tournament host. This is the first actually professional tournament he ever played in, the Los Angeles Open. So kind of a cool story there. And then our previous winners. We got some horses for courses. Adam Scott has won twice. Bubba Watson has won 3 times. We've got JB Holmes and Dustin Johnson there as well.
Yeah, I mean, we only got the last 5 years. I'd have to go back to see if Tiger won in his debut at, 12 years? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
We'll check the archives.
Yeah. So as mentioned, we are at the Riviera Country Club in Los Angeles, California. Par 71, 7,322 yards, a little bit longer for a par 71. It's the 58th time that Riviera Country Club will play host. So we're very familiar with this course. We've seen it a bunch of times. We have that bunker in the middle of the green at the bottom of the photo there. And it's a long history here. Opened in 1926, designed by George Thomas Jr. and William Bell.
Yeah, it's a good course. Tour pros speak pretty highly of it. And I think that's also one of the reasons we get a strong field out here.
Yeah. So, Craig, when we're looking forward to a tournament, we look at course history, we look at recent form, we look at a couple other things. Let's jump in. What do we got here? What's this title you got here?
So Veni Vidi Vici, for those people who are cultured, like yours truly, maybe not, but maybe just people with big heads. I came, I saw, I conquered. So these are people who have done well at this course before. You know, maybe conquered is going a bit far because they're not necessarily all winners, but these are guys who are playing this week that I think have the best course histories coming in. Adam Scott, obviously, you mentioned earlier, 3 wins here before. Looking at just the past 10 years, so that's
Adam Scott's got 2 wins. His last one
Bubba has 3.
Yeah.
But looking at him, the last 10 years, he's number 1 in strokes gained at this course of people in this field.
Wow.
And that's not even counting. One of his wins was further back than that. So that's not even counting that one. Now, Bubba is the one that has 3 wins. He's a little bit more inconsistent. He's missed a few cuts along the way and everything. So he does have the extra win, but he gets bumped down just for a lack of consistency there.
Okay.
DJ, I mean, you could basically put DJ at the top of course history lists for any course he goes to. So again, just the last 10 years, he's got 5 top 5s to go along with his win back in 2017. And then the last 2 here I've got, they're not necessarily as good a course histories as the first 3. Hideki, he's got 6 starts in that he has missed 1 cut, but he's got 4 times in the top 11. And the other, you know, his 5th one was is 23rd. So 5 of the 6 times he's come here, he's done fairly well. Rory, not as long. He's only been here the last 4 years, but top 5 in his last 2. So maybe he's trending in the right direction. I mean, top 5 for Rory is, maybe that's also pretty mundane, but it makes the list.
Speaking of trending, let's talk about golfers that are trending with the current season, with their play right now. These are golfers coming in hot. Best recent form. So we've got Dustin Johnson. Obviously, he's at the top of the game right now. Recent win in Saudi, recent win at the Masters. I mean, he's so hard to beat right now. Dustin Johnson is the trendiest golfer in golf.
Yeah.
Number 2, Patrick Cantlay. So we're filming this before AT&T Pebble Beach finishes. He's in the hunt there, but he has he's tied 2 course records in his last 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
That's pretty good form coming in.
We're about at the turn. They're just about on the back 9, and I've got it in the corner of my eye here, so I'll try my hardest not to be distracted by it.
Don't peek over here. Joaquin Niemann is number 3, back-to-back second-place finishes at the Sony and Century Tournament of Champions, so he's really hot. Mm-hmm. Number 4, Paul Casey, another guy, if you peek over to your TV, you might see him at the AT&T Pebble Beach, but he's in the hunt, but he's a little bit further back right now, but it looks like it's going to be at least a top 20, a top 10, maybe a top 5 at AT&T. He won the Omega Dubai Desert Classic, so he's coming in great form. And then Corey Connors, our Canadian boy Corey Connors, coming in 6 top 25s in his last 7 tournaments.
Yeah, and I think the one thing we should point out, these aren't necessarily the 5 best golfers in the best form in all of golf. This is like 4 relative to where their longer term play is, people who are playing well for them right now.
And I make the list. I make the rules.
So you put whoever you want up there. Canadian boy exactly. Corey Connors gets it.
Yeah.
Next one here, we do our Grandstand Golf model. And basically what that does, it looks at the last 10 years, what people were doing in terms of strokes gain stats when they were coming into the tournament, and how that translated in terms of predicting success that week. So for this course at Riviera, at the Genesis, in whatever it was called through the years, It likes Bryson, which surprises me a bit because it doesn't give as much weight to off the tee as some of these other tournaments. But Bryson, I mean, he's just doing well across everything. I think more than people appreciate. He really has played well across the board. The other ones up here, really no surprise. Xander, DJ, JT. Fifth one on this list is a little bit of a surprise. Now, the one thing to note, this is before we have any stats from the AT&T Pebble Beach in. So right. I suspect Peter Malnotti will fall off of 5th place on this list. He's missed the cut here this week, and he didn't have a huge sample size compared to some of the other people. So I'd be surprised if he was still in 5th there come Monday morning.
Maybe a Daniel Berger, Patrick Cantlay, Jordan Spieth. We don't know.
We don't know.
It could be bumped, but we don't know. Okay, taking a quick look, I isolated one name here. We're looking at the most interesting man in the field, and for this week at the Genesis, I picked Doc Redman. So why Doc Redman? He won the 2017 U.S. Amateur here at Riviera Country Club. Thrilling finish over Doug Ghim. But he was
the champion. And that field was stacked.
That field was stacked. Go take a look at some of those matchups. It's crazy.
I'm pretty sure Hovland didn't make it out of stroke play, so it gives you an idea of how strong that amateur field was.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. For Doc Redman this season, 2 top 5s. That was earlier in the season, but coming in, he's missed 3 of his last 4 cuts. So he's going to be talked about. Obviously, this is a course that fits him well. Can he do well here? It's his first professional tournament at Riviera. I think he's going to be a guy to watch. We have a lot of these stars, maybe an up-and-comer like Doc Redman who has success here. Could kind of shock, but he needs to kind of turn around his form a little bit.
He's someone we've brought up in the past couple of weeks as someone we're looking for to bounce back. So maybe going to a course where he's had, probably the highest accolade he's achieved thus far in golf. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he can use that as a kickstart.
Or it's his runner-up at that tournament, Doug Ghim, who's playing really well.
It could be Doug Ghim who comes in, with the opposite. He's coming in with a lot of momentum, I think, and could maybe get rid of some of those demons he's got at Riviera. Yeah.
Redemption story. Yeah. I love it. Okay, finally, last thing here, a way too early weather forecast. What are we looking at for Los Angeles? Sunny and beautiful, 68 to 70 every single day. It looks like we got a little bit of wind, but it doesn't go over 10 miles per hour. So nothing that significant. Anything of note here, Craig?
Yeah, no, I mean, it is way too early for weather typically, but I think if it's going to be nice and calm like this, calm weather I think is a little bit more easy to predict. So I'd be surprised if there's going to be any weather rolling in terms of, whether to look at one side of the field or the other. Once we do get tee times and everything, it's probably not going to be one of those weeks.
Well, thank you everybody for watching. That is our Genesis Invitational preview show. As Craig mentioned, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you do like that. We do have our DFS content coming out later in the week. Our pick show, our sleeper show, and our live show Wednesday night. We do that at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Is that right, Craig?
Yes. 6:30 Pacific, that's where I am, so I think that would make sense. It's 9:30 Eastern. Also, we've got our Discord channel. We got a good group in there now, so it's a pretty good place to come hang out while you're watching golf and, share your successes, share your failures. Just come join us. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. All right, take care, everybody.
See you guys.